going to school actually diminishes your ability to get rich.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Entrepreneur Robert Kiyosaki argues today that success doesn't come and find you. Kiyosaki provides some sound advice regarding safe investments.
Investing for the long term in stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and ETFs doesn't make you rich.
We shouldn't be paying other people to trade our hard-earned dollars. We should go after success ourselves. If we're struggling financially, we can't make excuses and settle for failure. We need to think like the successful people we're trying to become and find wealth on our own. Kiyosaki proves how failure is almost always beneficial when building a business. We can't be afraid to take risks.
Risk, stupid, smarter, successful.
Unfortunately, we aren't raised with such a forgiving mindset. He stresses that we should be smart with our money and be wary of stock market trends. To find success in this climate, we must be brave, but we can't be foolish.
A lot of people get financial advice from outsiders. If maybe a financial planner, or a stockbroker, or a real estate broker, but they're not on the inside of the deal. And one of the reasons I like being an entrepreneur and being a real estate guy is I'm always trading from the inside. I know the deal, I'm part of the deal, I am the deal, But the average person who buys like stocks, bonds, mutual funds, ETFs, and saves money, they're outsiders. They have no idea what's going on between them and the real world of insight. So Jim Rickards and Nomi Prinz, they were, Jim was with the CIA, long-term capital management, the Pentagon, and they're the inside on what's going on with money. Nomi Prinz was with Solomon and Lehman Brothers and Goldman Sachs. They're insiders. And I was this little guy on the outside trying to figure out, what are those guys doing? How are it's almost like, what's the wizard doing? How is the wizard pulling these handles and all this? And we're all outside jumping around doing as they tell us, you should save money. Okay, I'll save money.
So rather than run and declare bankruptcy, he says, look, go talk to all your investors, tell them you're going to work it out, you're going to pay them back, and go fix that business of yours. So rather than run and hide like some of my partners did, this is in Hawaii where I started the Velcro wallet business. I had to go back in and kind of find out most of the mistakes I made. And then when I could pay people back, because the business was up and running, then I started to pay people back from the successful operation. So I learned more from failing than I did in all my years of school. So that was really good. And then I took my little nylon wallet company out of the surfer market and I took it into rock and roll, of all things. So then I learned how another whole end of entrepreneurship, and that's what paid off my $800,000 in debt. So I always look at failure as an opportunity to learn and get bigger. Unfortunately, our school system teaches kids that if you make mistakes, you're stupid. And in real life, the people that make the most mistakes are the smartest people.
No, I'm saying the stock market's at all-time highs. And I don't doubt they minted half the new millionaires. The question is, will you hang on to that money? Because never in the history of the world has the stock market been this high, floating on debt. And most American it's on corporate credit right now. And many AAA companies like General Electric are now BBB, one level above junk. So it's floating on all this fake money, as I call it, and that's my concern. So I'm glad people are getting rich, but there's a lot of people, when this market comes down, and it will get wiped out. I always recommend to invest in what you love. I love real estate. I love gold and silver. I've started a gold mine, a silver mine, taking them public on the Toronto Stock Exchange, and I just love oil. So I'm only investing in what I love. I love being an entrepreneur, and I really never had a job. So I'm just doing what I love. If you love stocks, invest in stocks. If you don't love stocks, invest in something else, But I like gold because gold is God's money. Gold and silver have been here since the earth was formed, and it'll be here long after we're all gone. So gold will always be here no matter what the markets are doing.
But the reason I had to learn to raise money was because I had no money. And so if you read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, in there, my rich dad always said, never say, I can't afford it. And it was my rich dad and many of my teachers subsequent to that. They said, lazy people always say, I can't afford it. I don't have the money. That's why they're poor. They have a poor mindset. So instead of figuring out how to raise money, it's just really easy to be a loser. And I call it losers because we all have the power, if we wanted to not be poor if we learned how to raise money. My poor dad, my PhD father, he always said to me, he says, I'd be a rich man if I didn't have you kids. And I said, well, Dad, it's not my fault you had kids. I just can't afford it because I have kids.
Well, that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and consider subscribing for more motivational videos.